Hello and welcome to the Isabel Show. Today on our show we're having a discussion about modern slang. This new slang is pretty hard to follow, so I've brought a panel of experts and the opposite of experts to teach us a little bit more about what these terms and phrases mean and how and why they're used. Each member of this panel is a Ryerson student in third year or fourth year, and yet their understanding of modern slang is varied. First, we have Will Reed, known sometimes as #MainBay. He is a self-proclaimed urban enthusiast and is here today sitting as an expert on our panel. Steve Cook is most definitely not an expert on this particular vernacular, but he's willing to learn. Next on our panel is Kyle McKenzie, who always says, "Bye, Felicia," and I still haven't figured out what that means. He's our second expert on the panel and here to offer some more insight into these trends. Our final member is Natalie Panacci, who knows exactly what these terms mean and can't stand to hear them. Definitely don't call her bae. Thank you all for being here. So my first question is Steve. Do you know what bae means?
Yep. yeah, who doesn't, right?
Do you want to?
I don't know what that means.
Will, would you like?
Babe without the B is my guess.
So that's a common guess.
Or is it? It's something.
It's an acronym actually. So it's an acronym for before anyone else. I use it kind of in place for babe, but I also use it. You know, my friends are like, "Hey, what's up, bae?" I have my main bays, my side bays. You gotta kind of rank them a little bit. But
Which bae am I?
But does everybody that use them know
you're a main bay.
what bae means? Like,
Generally, I think they kind of have a sense. They have a general understanding of what it means.
How does this fit into down by the bay?
Well, that's just it. You can fit bay into almost anything. Hudson's Bay, right there. I'm gonna go and get me some stuff on sale.
Do you know where bae came from?
Do I know where it came from? I know that it came from the urban culture. I know
You
or
started
like a 12-year-old, just like not really.
Oh no, it definitely
what
came
it's
from the
called.
urban community.
But
It definitely came.
If
from
you
half of
don't
the
know
trends in the
what
world
it
came from.
means, though, do you even actively use it? Even if you have no idea what the context is?
Well, it's like a lot of words. I mean, you use it as you choose to, as you please, right? So bae is like I throw it, and I don't necessarily like I don't have. I'm single, so I don't have a girlfriend that I call. What's up, bae? How are you, bae? Me and bae are gonna go on a date. But like,
Do women call
with the
men
squad.
bae?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
if anyone called me bae, I'd punch them.
Yeah,
I'm not
that's
even gonna lie. That's all
terrifying.
I do.
Bae.
Before
Noted.
anyone. Sorry. What is it again? Before.
Before anyone else.
Anyone
so it's your
else.
main.
Yes.
It's like your top person.
Okay, so moving on from bae. Next up, we have Bye Felicia,
Yes.
which Kyle has been telling me he's going to explain to me. Can you?
Yes, I've been saying I've been explaining this to you for a while because a lot of people do not know what this word means
'Cause it's weird.
remotely. They heard Nicole Richie say it on the Ryan Seacrest show, but still, her definition was not right. What it means, it comes from the 1995 show, and what's it called?
That's 19 years old.
Yeah, it's pretty old. So it's 19 years old, and it was started by Ice Cube, actually, who is
Yeah,
the
Movie
rapper.
Friday. Movie Friday.
Movie Friday. So it's from 1995, and it's a comedy show about two stoners who have to pay $200 in 24 hours. So what happens is Felicia, as they describe her, is a crack whore, and I'm just quoting here. So what they do is she comes into the scene and she asks them for weed. They say no, and to get her to leave, they're like, "Bye, Felicia." So now it kind of grew into a whole thing. Like other words, people don't know what it means.
As in Kyle saying it every 2 minutes.
I say it every 2 minutes, but I use it as a great word.
Yeah, but it doesn't
Do you
work.
use
So it
as a
doesn't
term of
really have.
endearment?
I use it as a term of endearment. If someone annoys me, I'm like, "Bye, Felicia."
So that's not a term of endearment. That's like a get out of my face.
Or
But it like
another-
pushes
Like
it on.
what I was told is that bye Felicia is like when you don't want anybody, like someone leaves and you are not.
But what if your
mad about it
name
at all.
is?
If your
And I
name is
pity.
Felicia, my goal in life is to meet a woman named Felicia,
So you
so I
can
can
say-
legitimately say, "Bye, Felicia."
The most.
So Natalie, what is it about these terms that bothers you so much?
They just seem extremely immature to me and stupid.
Ooh, bye, Felicia.
That is strong. Wow.
There you go, you learned.
Was that proper usage of Bye Felicia?
That was perfect
Every-
usage of "Bye, Felicia."
But if you use it as Kyle does way too much, it just gets extremely
These two
annoying.
also live
We-
together.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
live together.
But
She's my roommate.
I want to kill him most times. But I
doesn't
just,
get it.
it's just so many young kids are using it like bae and I don't know. There's more terms
So-
that, yeah.
I mean, I guess this doesn't really count for Steve because he just has no idea what's going on here. But Will and Kyle, what is it about these terms that you like using?
Well, sorry. I think.
Sorry.
But to counteract what you said,
Yeah.
I think, to be quite honest, that sounds very like grammar elitist to say, right? Like, vocabulary and the English language has evolved over hundreds of years, right? We don't speak the same way that cavemen spoke. So the fact that I want to say bae and you're like, no, that's immature. Well, 50 years from now, kids will be saying bae and other words and whatever else is coming up.
Or it's just
like,
a fad.
Maybe it is a fad, but you know what? I don't think that there's a reason to be above it. I think that's very elitist.
And the same thing is, if you think about it, words like swag, which got kind of grown through the world, that was created by Shakespeare, and it was used. So you can't say it's immature because it's actually created within many different Renaissance plays.
The way that people use it now, and the extent of how many times people use it, and who they call what, it's just, I think it's ridiculous. If you go on Twitter and you
people enjoying themselves, it's
I find it annoying.
It enhances
I find
people's
it very
experience with one
annoying.
another.
Do you have any thoughts about this at all?
I think that we should stick to the Oxford Dictionary.
Yes, I agree. I agree.
If you want to use it, yeah. Ooh,
a lot of them are actually in the dictionary at this moment. The word bootylicious, which was created by Beyonce, that is in the Merriam-Webster's dictionary.
So why is that okay?
Why is Beyonce
But nobody
okay?
goes on Twitter saying bootylicious every 2 minutes.
I do.
No, you
This
don't.
is getting really intense. So we're gonna start on a new word before somebody kills somebody else.
Okay.
Great.
So this is a special one that actually Will taught me, and I still don't fully get it. And when he calls me it, I'm highly offended. Can you please explain what actually, before you explain, I want Steve to guess. What do you think a thought is? T-H-O-T. What do you think a thought is?
Oh wow, I'm having so many right now. Let's see. Thought. Wait, he calls you this?
Yeah,
so
it
it is
really
like
is offensive,
It's a
actually.
person.
It's not spelt T-H-O-U.
How's it spelled?
It's
T-H-O-T.
T-H-O-T. It's
T-H-O-T.
another acronym. Just make it.
Okay.
Is it an acronym?
Thought I taught putty tad. Like,
I didn't know.
Yes, that's it.
What is the acronym? I'm curious.
Oh, it's another acronym.
Okay.
It's
I didn't
an
know
acronym
that.
for
I didn't know that.
Thirsty hoe over there.
Oh my God.
Okay.
I find that offensive.
I would find that offensive.
See, I myself, I don't use it in an offensive
It doesn't,
manner.
but it doesn't matter. It's like
How can you call someone a thirsty hoe?
I wouldn't
But you
walk in
can't
here.
do that, though.
I
You
wouldn't walk
can't
in
do
here,
that.
turn to Steve and go, have you seen this girl? She looks like a thought.
But it's like me saying, "Oh, you look like a hoe today," but then saying that it's not. I don't mean it that way though. But it's still the word still means what it means.
I mostly like to slip it into words. I like to say thought-o-matic, full throttle.
Oh my Lord.
That Will Reed is actually a very popular thought of Instagram.
If you look up thoughts of Instagram on Instagram, 3 pictures of me will go up.
Are you serious?
I'm
So you
serious.
are that thirsty
I
hoe
am
over
the
there.
thirsty hoe of Instagram.
Okay.
And are you okay with people calling?
Oh, I'm fine with it. I love it.
See, I
totally
don't
okay.
understand.
I think it's connotation.
Are there any terms you guys think I've missed? Will, Kyle,
There's one
Steve?
you've actually missed, and I'd like to pull this out. You've missed on fleek, which I'll put it on because this is important.
Because it goes.
It is
On, yeah, no,
So it's
on.
not off.
Fleek, yeah.
That's
No, it's.
There we go.
Straighten it
Now
out.
you can see on fleek. So that's a synonymous with on point. It started this summer when a girl went on Vine, which is another popular social media app, and she basically posted a video of herself in her car going, "We in this bitch, finna get crunk, eyebrows on fleek." She basically was saying her eyebrows are on point. So you know what? People hopped on it. I think she's the first Vine one-hit wonder where she. Everything that's been posted on her account since has been revines of people saying, "We in this bitch, finna get crunk, eyebrows on fleek," and just saying what she does. And that's the only thing she has going for her. But I mean,
Yeah,
where
where
did you get out of it?
Where
I
did
paid
anyone
$25
decide-
for this, and I loved every dollar of it.
You paid $25 to look fleek, right? Is that how
On
it goes?
fleek.
On fleek. Okay.
I
So you
paid
can't just be
$25 to
fleek.
look on fleek.
It needs to
So-
be on fleek.
It needs to be on fleek.
And that's just a made up word.
It is, absolutely.
Out
just
of
find it all
curiosity,
pointless.
I find it really interesting because you guys are all around the same age, and you all go to Ryerson, and you're all probably from around the same area. So how come, like, Will knows all of these terms, and Steve's never heard one of them? How does that happen with things
I
like that?
think it's activity on social media. Sorry, were you talking?
I was
Are you
not.
speaking for Steve?
I
That's
just
why
open
he
my
sounds
mouth
like
a
that.
gap sometimes.
I'm sorry, continue.
Just have a thought or two.
please
No, I was going to say I'm not hanging out with Will enough. And
Or people
I mean,
like,
it must be who you hang out with, because
yeah, or what you
it's
follow.
not like people
I'm
are
not
saying
on
it all the
Vine.
time, and I'm like, oh, I don't want
Yeah.
to know what it
This is the thing, a
means.
lot
Yeah.
of these trends that start on Vine, on Twitter, obviously, Instagram, World Star Hip Hop is a.
It's a
I
whole
don't know
other
how
world
Yeah.
that I don't associate
It's a whole.
with.
Oh, but you should.
No, I shouldn't.
I think it's
I'm okay with my world and with my.
But you can't be,
horizons,
yeah,
though.
you have to open your horizons and actually see things through different perspectives. For example, I'm very active on social media within Tumblr, Vine, whatever, all of them. I'm very active on them. Tumblr is a different world. Like you can
is a
say
different world.
OTP
But
or
I'll-
ship.
yeah.
It's the exact same thing for those who people don't know what that means.
OTP?
OTP is one
not
true
listening.
pair, and ship is like I ship that. I want them to date or do further things. Like you really want them. for other people. So you can say,
What?
okay, do you want me to explain OTP before I go anywhere else? I can
I don't know if we
say,
have time for that.
I think that
Ain't nobody got time.
oh, that's a good one. Ain't nobody got time for that.
But it means what I'm saying.
No, but yeah, that's just people
Right?
just don't have time for
yeah,
that.
exactly. Thank you,
It's just-
Steve.
I get time. That makes sense.
We understand it. It's within our vocabulary.
Finally, Steve is with us. Steve has joined us, and I'm very appreciative of that. So I'd like to thank you all for being here and teaching Steve how to use this language.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it all the
I've
time.
actually learned more than I could have imagined about words that I can't imagine I will ever use. If you'd like to follow any of our panel members on Twitter or Instagram, go to our website and look them up. Coming up next, we'll be talking to Tiana about how not to be ratchet in the club.